go. We are live.
Hello,
Howdy, howdy.
everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome. And let me just say, first of all, first up, that we're not going to have any family feud tonight. We're still hopeful to do that, but Pam dropped the damn ball on it. No, she didn't.
Yeah, right. I was supposed to arrange it all.
Blame it on Pam. Get her, get her. But no, we still have fun. We're going to kind of do like an open mic. If somebody has something to talk about and want to come up, we'll put the link out there. So audio video is good. Thank you, Maria. Had a little trouble getting my setup to go here. It kept telling me that I didn't have audio, and then for just a minute, Pam didn't have audio. That might have been related to mine. But we're all done now. Who's here? Who's here? Let me see. Maria, already throwing those links. And Rob 93 is next at 7 Eastern. Hey, S, welcome. Maria's got all the links out there. Mystery Snail Garden, snailing it from the start. Fish Central, howdy, welcome. Sky Dancer, hey, hey. William Pridemore, welcome. Dave Farrell, hello, Dave, welcome. I didn't make it to Breeze Stream today because I got out of the Arc late, and we don't get off normally to 5, but it's volunteer, so sometimes you don't. So I didn't make it in there today. Hey, Lori, Monster Fish Gal. That's it. That's it for right now. So what are you up to, Pam? What's your weather like?
Trying to figure out the best place to put my head so the sun doesn't glare behind me.
Oh, it's not bad. There, that ear's got it covered, but it's not bad. Hey, Bob Purcell, welcome. And what's going on with everybody in chat, too? We always love interaction from the chat in here. So, always, always.
And many hugs to Maria. She's been going through a lot.
Yes, she has. And have you talked to Priscilla the
Yeah,
last day or so? Yeah.
Priscilla's got the Rona right now.
Yep.
And is
And
not feeling good.
Anthony was going to get his test back today or tomorrow, but he's not sick.
My son and his wife both have it right now too.
Oh yeah, tougher. Still a message yesterday, and that might have been a group message, but I started talking to her, so we talked a little bit. She said, little man's not sick right now, but he had a cold last week. So, as did Anthony. So hopefully they won't get it. But when you've got a child, it's kind of hard to stay away.
Yep, that's it. And this new Omicron thing is so contagious. I mean, extremely so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way that you can avoid it if you don't know the truth, other than being up on your vaccinations. I mean, for God's sakes, my son works at the hospital and is uber careful, and all vaccinations are up to date on him and stuff, and he still got it. Him and his wife both.
Bob Purcell said, how are the Agamas doing? They're doing great. He started eating crickets finally.
I saw a picture of them together on Facebook. It was so cute.
I did with the cartoon music, like the Looney Tunes or whatever that is that's going around on Instagram. And they got still when I was videoing them. They'd been running around eating, and so I've got to redo that. And also did one of the marine fish, the saltwater fish from the top with that. But they're doing good, to answer your question, Bob. And they were just like from the very first second, they were like they'd known each other. They didn't even look at each other like, who are you? They just, boom, they were just together. So that's awesome. And she seems to rule the roost, and he seems fine with that.
Hey, Lumpy Dog.
And she gets, hey, Lumpy Dog, welcome. In the house. Stay safe, follow precautions, don't put yourself in situations you can't avoid. There you go. That's all it takes. That's all you can do,
Yeah. That's it.
I've got
I think I might have had it last week, but I'm not sure. So I'm still got to be real careful
probably a bad hangover, Pam.
because I just had the. If it was what it was like really mild, but at the same time, it was the strangest sore throat and loss of voice that I've ever had before. It just didn't follow anything I've ever had before.
I didn't really get a sore throat. I just felt like hammered, you know what?
Yeah, Tucker's running a fever. His wife got sore throat and cough and
I didn't have a fever
fever,
either.
and I didn't really either. I just had a sore throat and lost my voice and was tired.
Yeah, that fatigue was the thing. That's what finally got me in. I'm like, it's hard to walk the dogs, you know? And then it was a negative test. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but false negatives are pretty common.
Yeah. And he told me that it was a quick test. He said, you'd really have to get and he said, you've got the symptoms except the fever.
Yeah, Tucker got the regular up the swab up the nose test.
I hated that.
But
People
I
complain about it,
hadn't
and
gotten it back yet last time I checked with him.
it was nasty, nasty.
But it's pretty sure that he has it because his wife had it like for 4 days before he started showing any symptoms.
I think you're a little bit ahead. How was the Repticon? Oh, it was awesome. Unfortunately, the metal buildings, Ed said, and Ed knows he goes to a lot of these things. We couldn't keep a freaking Wi-Fi signal. So that first place we went was small, and then we went over to the next place, and I said it was twice as big in the video I posted, but it was easily 4 times as big because there was a second area attached to that building. And then we had just 1 hour. We were going to divide an hour between each place. So we had to rush through there and rush back to get the things we wanted to buy at the other place. So it was pretty awesome. I think it was the best one I've been to. Just no Wi-Fi. It's crazy. Then I ran out of storage on my phone. So I've been going through cleaning that out the past several days. And I even use iCloud storage. So it was 4,000 something pictures and 2,000 something videos. So it was time to clean it up. Dan's fish at 9. That's right, Pam. We got to work tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get my fish fed and all that during Dan's and after, because I've got to jump in the bed right after your stream. Yazzie has his physical and all that with the new vet in the morning, who he knows. It was his first love at the Ark, Casey, and then she went away to be a vet. So I'm the one that got to be chewed up by him for 3 or 4 months. No one would touch him. I mean, I adopted him and brought him home, but he's going to be reunited with Casey.
Oh, that would be awesome.
He's seen her a couple of times in the summer, like when he would go in for stuff at the vet we just left. She worked there, but she works at another vet now that we like much better. And officially Monday, they'll become our official vet for the Ark. But yeah, he'll get his nails did and a total exam, and I'm sure he needs a dental. I'll get that scheduled. But he loved Casey, so he still likes that type, the little blonde young ladies. So good luck, Yazzie. Oh, he loves Casey. I'll be doing the videos. Don't worry. Don't worry. She's such a good vet. She's just like she was when she was a volunteer, just so caring and all about the animal and giving them treats and peanut butter. And I mean, she really keeps them occupied and engaged. And she has a tech with her the whole time, so you don't have to get involved. Bitcoin instead. I'm fairly certain that my fish hobby has pushed back my retirement by a few years. I should have bought Bitcoin instead. There you go. Bob the Avatar Angels from George Spawn. Oh, awesome. Should hatch tonight or tomorrow. That's awesome. I didn't get the avatars, Maria. Yeah. I need to start dividing mine up. The Philippine blue zebras and the kois are definitely big enough. The redbacks are not. Guys, you know I don't even try to remember generic Latin names. That's too short. Some people hear them once and they know them. There's Davidi coming in. Joseph Stanley. Yeah. Well, a lot of it's ARC stuff, volunteering at the ARC, and there's all like today. I made two little videos of a couple of the one of the little hound we've got. She was sleeping in a chair while my sister, she volunteers when it was sweeping under her feet. That was cute. And then I did a little video of two of the Chihuahuas. What were they doing? I can't remember. Oh, it's that overlay where Karen from Will and Grace says, "I'm sorry I'm late, but I got here when I wanted to." That was really cute. So yeah, I waste a lot of data. I don't waste it. I just love to do pictures and videos, and I post stuff to our Facebook. And I was asked at the board meeting last night if I'm still going to do a YouTube channel for the ARC, and my intention is to, but I think I've got too many. What do you call them? I don't want to mix my metaphors. Too much going on.
Too many irons in the fire.
There you go. I was going to say fish in the fire, but that's not what I can't stop watching Bob's dancing playing in the background. Arthur Murray. Check out Arthur Murray if you want your plants to dance. Scuba Steva's Aquatics. Hey, welcome. I've got that fan on and drinking coffee above me, so that's what they're dancing to. Oh, you can see one. That little maiden's hair took a little turn for the worse, so I've got it over those beta bowls for humidity.
Yeah, the maiden's hair fern, that's one of my favorite plants, but they require a lot of moisture in the air.
Yep.
They're a really good terrarium plant.
Well, I may end up putting it in a terrarium. I just don't want my snakes to break them down. They break it down. They could go in the new tiny little snakes. They love their plants that I got in Atlanta. I put a couple of them in with them.
Yeah, they're best off in a terrarium because, like I said, they enjoy a lot of moisture in the air, high humidity.
I put them over here so they'll
Lots
be
of
like
misting. Have you tried misting it?
Yeah, I miss my plants too. Sometimes 3 times a day, the ones that need highlight. I don't know what I just did. I did something. I've got other dancing plants too. There's some more of them. Parlor palm and one of those lime
Hi, Adele.
pothos or whatever they're called. Yeah. I guess saltwater moisture is good too. I don't know. It's one place the cats don't go, so, and it's good light. Hey, Adele, stopping by to hit the light. All right. Well, you're welcome to pull up a chair and sit down. You should come up with us. She came up with us one week, but she didn't stay but 2 minutes.
Fish and Flora, hello.
Fish and Flora, how are you doing? Ma'am? So, yeah, there's Rob after us. And then, I don't know. I haven't caught all the links. I don't know if Jadron or Julie are going. I heard Jadron was back. So one of those guys will be going at 8, I assume. And then Dan at 9. And Pam and Maria and I. We have Lumpy Dog, Skipper, Mr. Idol. Who's the newest mod over there? Oh, I know her name, but I don't know. I don't know if she wants me to say her name. I can't remember her channel name. The new mod, Pam.
I don't know.
It's been with us about a month. Chevy Fish, thank you, Maria. Jesus. And she's my buddy. We swap things in the mail and emails and all that. 593, 7, thank you, Lori, and Maria. I've not got used to Mike's schedule, you know it, with this new job he has. And sometimes she'll say, like, late at night, well, I could sleep an hour and a half or just stay up.
Yeah, I think he goes to work real early in the morning now.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like 2 in the morning or
Fish
something.
dreams, hello.
Hey, Fish Dreams. Welcome, welcome. Gosh. The news just coming on, I get notifications like we all do, and it said hospitals are near breaking point again or something like that. And not to be political, but I guess it is. No, it's not. It's a health thing. And somebody in a stream the other night was saying, I just don't believe it. My friend told me there was only one patient in their hospital. I'm like, that's so wrong to be saying that. I'll be getting some of my stickers I bought on Sticker Mule soon. About time. I bought them like 2 months ago. Well, I know you've got me down for the first one, Adele. The first one. That's another project. I was going to get one of those folding triptych things like for a science fair project and get my stickers going. Haven't done it. I have not done it. The best part of the trip, Repticon, is that Ed went, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but usually we have James goes, which we love a lot, or Robert's gone to some things now. And other people have gone. I'm not just saying, but it was kind of nice just for me and Ed because when he first joined the Fish Fan, he lived near me and we hooked up and got to be good friends and ran around. And of course, then we met other people as well. But it was kind of nice, just the two of us, you know. We had a really good time.
I was trying to figure out what the noise was behind me, and I realized it's my coffee. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, I need to refill mine. I'm next. Oh, almost need to. My stomach hurts, but I gotta get ready to go pick up fish from a friend. Oh, what you getting? What you picking up? Okay, Joseph, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Joseph. Papa shrimp at 8. There we go. Thanks, Maria. For some reason, I'm able to read the chat today. Usually I can't. I'm either up there real close, showing the inside of my nose. Purple guppies and plants. Ooh, I've never had purple guppies. And every now and then I see them. Hey, Skipper. Skipper. What are you up to, Skipper? These pacu hit the sides of their tank so hard that I know they're going to break it. I know they're going to break it. Got to get them in something this year, bigger. Not much. I know you've been busy as heck with all the projects you got going on. Hey, Vinoski. Pam's getting her coffee, and then I'm going to go refill mine.
Go refill yours.
Skipper came in. Vinoski came in. Uh-oh. If you look in the mirror, Jesus. If you look in the mirror, you'll see the only person in the world that is responsible for your happiness. If you're unhappy, don't blame outside forces. Just a little advice from Uncle Lumpy. And that is good advice. Adele said, speak of the devil, and there he appears. I take that Skipper won't be getting one of your new stickers, Adele. Purple guppies. Pam, I'm going to get you some purple guppies. I know how you love guppies. Is Pam streaming tonight? Well, she hasn't
I think
said.
so, yeah. Yeah.
I've been saying she was, but
couple days when I was not feeling good again, but I feel better today, so hopefully it stays that way. I still got to get a hold of Amber and see if she's coming on tonight, and then I'll
Yeah,
get my stream set up.
the Amber stays so busy. That's good, Adele. She's already got Skipper on the list. But which list? Yep. Like I was saying, I got to get out of there right when it's over. Get in the bed.
One of my old bosses, oh my god, she told me, we had a new computer program that we were learning, and I was right in the middle of, and you couldn't backtrack or anything on it. You know, you signed in and then it just played, and you couldn't like back it up or stop it or anything. So it was for the secretaries. So I was like paying close attention to this new program because you have, like, I was working at a mortgage place. And it was my job to like get everything lined up, like the inspections and all that stuff, home inspections and titles and stuff. So I had to pay close attention to this new program. And she came over and I forget what she said. Oh, we can do this better to where, you can like see it better. And she played on my computer for a minute and totally lost the program.
Mm.
And then when I started it back up again, I had missed a whole bunch of it. So she was like all apologetic. And I said, that's okay. You just I said, you don't need to apologize. I just added you to my list. And she was like, what list is that?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, my going amok list. I said, everybody needs to have a going amok list because, you don't want to just start shooting innocent people if you run amok. You got to have a list. And her face turned white and she went into her office and shut the door. She totally took me seriously. Oh, she's sitting there going, oh,
damn, that's,
huh?
I said, that's so bad.
Some people never understand my humor.
I understand it. You're a mean woman. Woman.
But, everybody should have a list. You don't want to just start shooting everybody on the street. Everybody needs to have a list.
That's true. Where am I on that list?
It's very uncivilized not to have a list.
Where am I on that list?
At the top, Bob. You're at the top.
I feel special. Thanks. Thanks, man. Skipper's giving out Maria's address. The Art's messaging me, which is odd because no one's supposed to be there. Humor and or threat, you pick.
One of our realtors was off the Cape. He lived off the Cape, but he didn't have a office anywhere around him, so I was kind of in charge of taking care of his paperwork and stuff too. And he was always trying to give me a bad time. So one day he emailed me and he said, I thought of you last night. He said, I saw the perfect job for you. I was like, oh? And he says, yeah, it was at the vet's office. They had a job opening for an anal rinser.
An animal what?
An anal rinser.
Oh.
Anal flusher.
Oh, cleaning out those glands. Ooh.
So he was expecting me to get mad at him, and instead I said, "How much do they pay?" And he was like, "What?" I said, "Well, for as much shit as I take here every day, I might as well get paid for it." And he says, "You are so jobless." That was his favorite thing to say to me all the time was, "You are so jobless."
Damn. All right. I'm going to listen, so don't be saying anything that offends the chat, please. Not that you would ever do that. I'm going to get coffee. I like that mug. I just noticed what you're drinking out of.
Yeah, it's a nice mug. So what's everybody up to? How many people do we have that are sick? One long hair fuzzy cat with diarrhea. Oh my god. Yep, that would be enough to cure me of it. I've just got this one card here. I'll show you guys. This is going to be on my stream, available on my stream tonight. Next week, I'll probably have a bigger auction. But Monday, in case you guys didn't know, Monday, I'm probably going to do Monday the 17th would have been Betty White's 100th birthday. So there's a deal going around telling everybody to donate $5 to an animal shelter in her honor, because Betty White was always extremely supportive of all rescue groups, and not just dog and cats, but wildlife rescues and the zoos and all that stuff. She was just always a really big supporter of them, and it was a passion for her. So Monday night, I'm thinking I'm going to do an extra stream, and we're going to try to raise money for the ARC at the rate of $5 donation per person in Betty White's name. But anyway, let me see. This is what I have for tonight. If you're my Patreon, you already saw it, but that is what we've got going on for tonight. It is a saw-whet owl, which is a little tiny little owl. I'm not sure if they're the smallest, because there was these little owls that sat on top of like they take over rabbit burrows in the deserts in Eastern Oregon. I think they were just called a burrowing owl, but they were really tiny too. So I'm not sure if this little guy's smaller than they were, because they're both pretty small. But anyway, it's a little angry owl. So that's that. And welcome back, Mr. Bob.
I'm glad to be back. How many others did you show? Is that the only one?
That's the only one that I've shown.
Hey, Tanked Aquatics.
Didn't Bob date Betty White's older sister? He wanted to, but she was underage, so he didn't want to get in trouble for that, because he was like in his 20s and she was still 16 or 17. So yeah. Right, Bob?
I wish I dated Betty White.
Hi, Bipolar. Hi, Tanked Aquatics.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people trying to get to 500 for the whatever that's coming up. I can't remember these event names, but
what's coming up that they want to get up to 500 for?
One of them will put it in there. It's something up there near them in PA.
Wizzle Aquatics, hello.
Wizzle. That's a cool channel. I don't know if you checked it out. I think I told you that before.
I don't don't think I've checked that one out yet. I should get myself subbed.
Keystone Clash. Thanks, Lori. I'm starting to have second thoughts about the Triple Crown thing with all the COVID crap again. I'm tired of not going anywhere. I want to get to 500.
When
To
is
get
it?
to 500.
When
It's
is it?
June or somewhere about there.
I bet it'll be okay by then because this Omicron is spreading so fast, and the prediction is that there's going to be like a super spike in cases and then a super plummet, because basically everybody's going to get exposed to this. There's not going to be much of a way to avoid it because it's that contagious.
I want to see a video of fish streams about those purple guppies, please. Yeah, some people just want to get to 500. You guys need to check Maria Z's channel out too. She's not posting it, but she has a low sub count for all she does as far as videos and the fish she has. And Rob's late. That's all right, Rob. How are you doing?
I have been exposed 12 times. Yeah, it's like, it's so contagious that I know a couple weeks ago there was in town here in the town that I live in, which is a small town in Laramie, but it's a college town. So we were the first place in the state that the Omicron variant showed up. And a couple weeks ago, I looked, and in Laramie there was 30 cases, and then a couple days later there was 62 cases, and this has all been like within a week and a half. Yesterday there was 340 cases, in active cases in town here.
Wow.
So this shit spreads fast.
People are clarifying there that they don't especially want subs to go to that event. They want subs for like to get a tab and for different things. But I know that also people that are going will give them a discount, but they're saying it's really not for that. So sorry, I guess I misspoke on that.
Well, I would just like to see everybody in our fish fam that's doing videos get up to 1,000. That would be awesome.
It would be awesome. 20,000 cases now. Jenna has been exposed over the past week and a half. I bragged too soon, got swabbed today. Her results are coming this evening and she's positive. I probably shouldn't be going to Aquafest. When is that, Stephen? I know it's coming right up. I'd be blessed to get 100 blue light. Well, but scuba it comes. I remember when I had 20 for a long time.
I remember doing a big giveaway when I had 300. It was so exciting. Bob won that giveaway too.
Oh yeah, that was the first piece of art from you.
Yeah, that was the Osprey.
Yes, the one I've got framed above my saltwater in the kitchen. Yeah, I hope she's negative too. Sadder, and it was right here. Swabs though too. I know that I had Delta because I still can't taste my coffee, can't smell anything. So I don't mind scooping the cat litter. I can't smell it, but my swab was negative. So I know that I had it. That's why I went, because I felt like I was about to die. Well, hopefully she doesn't.
Like see right now, Priscilla's sick, and she's really sick.
Yeah, she is. And she's had...
my son and his wife both have it right now. His wife is just now starting to get better, and she coughed so hard she cracked a rib.
I believe Priscilla told me that she'd had the 2 vaccines but hadn't got her booster yet.
Yeah.
I think that's what
I
she
miss
told me.
Hippie.
Hey,
and
Hippie.
My son works at the hospital, so he's all boosted up and everything, but with her getting it first, and now he's starting to show symptoms now. So he had a test, but he hasn't gotten the results back yet, but I'm quite sure it's going to show up positive, since he took care of his wife for 4 days while she was extremely sick from it.
We might just be so old and decrepit, nothing will grow in us anymore.
That might be.
might be an advantage in that.
Yeah, people that are boosted are still getting it, although generally not as bad as people who aren't. And the same thing with the vaccinations. You can still get it. It's just that the goal of the vaccinations is to keep you out of the hospital. But
Right.
you can still catch it and you can still get sick.
There's Priscilla. How are you feeling, Priscilla?
Priscilla, how's my Priscilla doing?
We took along with grandkids. They were here, but luckily we managed not to get it. Oh no. That's good that you didn't get it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Priscilla, how are you doing today?
Said she's feeding the little one. Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because Omicron cut the efficiency of the vaccines down quite a bit, but they're still keeping you from most people from getting extremely ill from this new one.
Or dying. Yep. I just wonder if there's going to be another one after this. So,
the hope is, from what I've been watching a lot about it, and the hope is that this one is basically going to be like a mass population vaccine, because it will keep you for a while at least from catching another one. It will, just having this one will give you protection on the next one's coming up, or it should. So that's the hope anyway.
Yes, Skipper's wife got it even vaccinated. That sounds good, Priscilla. She feels a little less like dying today than yesterday, so.
Good.
Right. Would it be a hell of a note if we keep getting one after, like the flu, it keeps coming and coming. Dang.
Yeah, my son's still waiting to get his test back too, but he's running a fever and stuff, and his wife was positive, and like I say, she got sick like 4 days before him, so that's what it is. He said his cats are really happy though, because they have full-time human pillows to lay on right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they use the new flu. That's what some people are worried about, for sure. I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, if that's what we have
That's
to
quite
do.
possible, Maria. Yeah, because like I say, your antibodies wane, whether it's from a vaccine or from having it before, and then you're open to get it again. So it's probably going to be like a vaccine every year or two.
Talking about that, and not on purpose, but it made me remember that this new vet that I'm going to, and I said, Yancy will get his vaccinations. She told me they do the titer testing for like the kennel cough, bordetella, and rabies, and the other stuff that that you vaccinate for, because not a lot of people want their pets to have vaccines, and I'm that way. I don't vaccinate them every year, even though the law here is rabies every year. But they draw titers and send the blood to Kansas City University or somewhere in the Midwest, and see that if the pet actually needs a vaccine or if it's still protected. And she said that for the last 4 years, they had used her dogs there at the vet as like a benchmark to follow, to have a consistent, because she doesn't like the vaccines unless they really need them for something. And her dogs, after 4 years, still don't need rabies and the other stuff, she said.
Yeah, that makes total sense. But they make you get all these rabies shots and everything, and
it's about this.
I don't take any meds for anything, and I won't until I have to, because I think the meds can do
well, the rabies here in Tennessee is
worse sometimes, but
it's strictly financial, because if you have to go in, if you can't find a rabies clinic or a special, which we do have them, but people will usually follow what it says. You know, the shots are due again, and it's never when the rabies clinics are going. And then the vets, you know, will find other things while they're in. So it's a 3-year vaccine. It's good for 3 years anyway. The makers, you know, say the rabies that's given in Tennessee is 3 years, but yet the law requires it a year. That's messed up. So I'm thinking about letting him get blood drawn and then sending that off. See if he
Yeah.
really needs them. It's expensive though. It costs more than the vaccines. I don't know how much more, but his case, he can decide that.
Yeah, one of the main things I don't like giving dogs, and I'm glad that we don't have to here, is those the shots under their skin for fleas and ticks. And it does do a lot to protect them, but I can't see where it could possibly be that good for them.
Well, you probably remember, Pam, it was even up till 10, 15 years ago, cats always got that VAS, that vaccine-associated sarcoma. And
Yeah.
when they would get their vaccines, you know, like in their vac, it was the medium that the vaccine was suspended in. And it was a carcinogen, and they didn't realize it for a few years. And I've seen cats with softballs really back there, and that sarcoma is real aggressive. So they finally got that fixed, but luckily I didn't have a pet get it, or a cat. It was cats. So yeah, you never know what's in some of these things, just like that. But you have to do whatever is the best thing for you.
Yeah, you have to protect your animals and yourself.
I wonder, Dan's got Cinnadonna's giveaway. I have a feeling I'll be winning that. Are you going to auction that? Well, yeah, you said that animal.
I'll probably, yeah, because I could use a little bit of groceries. But I did get my gas and electric bill paid.
Awesome.
Rent, gas, and electric bill paid, and my internet. So
Good deal.
So I got those paid. I just need to, I could use a few groceries, but I breathe easier whenever I'm caught up on the bills.
Well, yeah. Awesome. When is rent? I think we just did that like the week before.
Yeah, my rent's going up next month, so I got to start planning for that a little bit earlier too.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
They
It's
raised
nice of
the
them to
rent
do.
again. Oh my God, last night I was sitting here and I heard this like a dog yiping, the sound like a small dog yiping. And at first it sounded like Star does when she gets too feisty with Mario and he'll slap her across the face, that kind of yipe. But then it turned into where this dog sounded like it was really hurt. So I threw on my shoes and coat and ran outside, but by the time I got out there, the sound was gone. And one of the neighbors from down the road a little bit, she met me out there because she was looking too, because this dog sounded like he'd gotten hit by a car or something. I mean, it was that bad, but we couldn't find it. So I don't know what happened, but.
And she had no idea that all you had on was shoes and a coat.
Huh?
She had no idea that all you were out there in was the shoes and a coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister was telling me today about it was her grandson's son. I don't know. Anyway, no, not a grandson, but anyway, some relation that were still related, but the marriage that related us all isn't still in. I know the people, their name Bobby and Sue, but she had a cardiac stent the day before Christmas. And I mean, you can walk after that. They send you home that day most of the time. Sometimes in a small place, they'll keep you overnight. But she let her little Chihuahua, and I remember that Chihuahua, and a big dog got it, a great big dog got it. And so then she went outside, to try to get it, and it ran off with the dog. They never got it. They never found it. So you know what happened. I was so upset about that. I knew Princess, and I'm like, so she could go outside and chase the dog, but she couldn't go out and walk the dog on the leash. Well, it came in their yard. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't know it's their yard. It just saw a target and got it.
Yeah. I had one time when I lived out in the country on a farm, and a coyote got one of my cats one night.
Damn,
There
Tank.
was no mistaking that sound. That cat like yelled like you wouldn't believe. It still makes me sick when I think about it. I ran outside, but it was too late. It was gone.
Raccoons will do that too. Like if you're feeding a stray cat to get the food, they'll kill the cat. It's not real common, but when it comes down to feeding their babies, and stuff, they'll kill a cat.
Oh, that place I was living at had like in the living room the windows. It had great big windows in the living room, and they started about 6 inches off the floor. These windows, and they were big windows. And I was sitting in the chair one night reading, and I looked up, and there was a damn coyote standing right in the window looking at me. It was just standing right there. I could see the whole thing because the window was so low to the ground. A big coyote was standing there staring at me. And I kind of did a double take and blinked my eyes, and it was gone just that fast. Just it was gone.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, a
hoping.
fox in mating mode. Oh my God, Tank. It is. One night when I lived in Montana, I heard this god awful noise and it scared the shit out of me. And truthfully, I thought it was going to be like a mountain lion or something. And it was across the street in the field with my neighbor's cows. And it was horrible sounding. And my son came to visit the next day, and we were sitting out on the porch, and it started up again. I was like, "Oh my God, do you know what that is?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's two foxes, Mom." It's like, "Holy shit, that's a horrible sound."
People keep posting an elk calling or whatever,
Googling, yeah, yeah.
and saying it's Sasquatch, and I'm like, that's an
No,
elk.
you can tell the difference. You can definitely tell the difference. I remember one time we were up camping in the Lostine Mountain, in the Blue Mountains around Lostine, the Lostine River, and we
That's
heard this
comforting.
really weird noise echoing around the hills, and it sounded like what it reminded me of was like those old Hawaiian movies where they blow through the big seashell, to make a big noise. And I asked my ex-husband. I said, "What the hell is that?" He's like, "It's a coyote." I'm like, "Well, that ain't no fucking coyote," but I'm not saying nothing, 'cause I've heard a lot of coyotes in my life. And we went to bed, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up because I heard it again, and it hit me all of a sudden that it was an elk bugling, kind of echoing through the mountains in the thin air. So I woke him up, and I said, "It's a damn elk," and he's like, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah, well, those noises are designed to be specific and to carry long distance. I didn't
Yeah,
know that what Traveling Bottle Digger said about a fox and a mountain lion sound very similar. That's not very comforting.
yeah. The fox sounds like a woman. It sounds like a woman screaming, which is why I thought it was a mountain lion. And then my son told me, no, it's foxes mating, so that they do sound similar.
Hmm.
It's a god awful noise, though. Oh my God, it's awful for such a little animal like a little fox. Oh my God, it's a horrible noise.
I think I've seen that too, like on YouTube or TikTok videos, and it sounds like a woman screaming. That's
Yeah,
probably all it is.
yeah. Foxes and cougars will make that kind of woman screaming sound.
In fact, we have foxes here, but we don't see any trouble. I guess they get a chicken every now and then, but it's coyotes here that are trouble. They even run up on a porch and get small dogs and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I was watching a nature show one day, and this was right after I visited my neighbor, and they had a bunch of sheep, and she like cussed and grabbed her gun and ran out the door and let off a couple shots. And she had seen like a coyote out in the field and it gutted her sheep. And the time it took her to run out there, the sheep was had its guts hanging out, had to be put down. But the very next day, I was watching a nature show on TV, and they said that poor coyotes are so misunderstood. They don't kill sheep and stuff like that. They don't kill people's livestock.
I bet
I'm
it
like sitting
was.
there watching it, and I was like, I
Well,
just watched one do it yesterday.
about 10 years ago, they started saying that we had wolf coyote hybrids around here, and we definitely do now. They're pretty well documented, and they are some pretty big coyotes. I'll tell you, they look like a coyote, but they're quite a bit taller, and
Yeah,
so that may be what she saw.
coyotes. Yeah, well, no, I saw it too. It was a coyote, but they also, like I lived on a ranch one time when I was like 18, 19, and the neighbor, I lived in an old house, and rented it from the neighbors who had a big fancy new house, and the house I lived in was the old family home. So I was basically on the ranch with them. But he was quite the character. And him and his best friend, they decided they had both seen a dog running with a pack of coyotes, which is not good. That's not good. You don't want a dog running with coyotes and having babies and stuff because dogs have no fear of humans. And then you turn around that, and have them with a pack of coyotes. It's not good. So they decided that it was in the middle of winter, and they decided that they were going to go out and try to get this dog, which they did. But they had so much fun that every weekend after that, they went out on their snowmobiles hunting coyotes, and they just had a blast, right? They'd like take a bunch of booze with them and go out and shoot every coyote that they saw, and they shot a lot of coyotes. And I was sitting there having coffee with them like it was like late spring, and both of them were complaining and bitching and whining about they had never had such a mice problem in their grain bins. Their grain bins were just getting overrun with mice, and I'm just sitting there, like, you guys are such idiots. Connect the dots here. Because yes, coyotes can be a nuisance, but they also will keep the mice population down, guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. Tibby has that in common with them in the house. We don't have any right now, so thanks to Tibby.
Yeah, Mario, he won't. I mean, I don't ever get any mice in my house, and it's because of Mario.
Well, I had 3 apparently, and they were little babies, but the last one he crippled, but I've been taking care of it. I don't know for what or what I'm going to do with it, but he loves Doritos and he loves cheese, like me. So we're buds. Oh, Maria said 5 minutes a couple minutes ago.
Oh my goodness, has an hour gone by already?
It has.
It's
We need a
gone by really
hashtag.
quick.
We need a hashtag. Guys, what's a good hashtag? The more bizarre, the better. I mean, oh yeah, bizarre. Cat likes popcorn, buttered popcorn, or just popcorn. We could do coyote hybrid.
What do they call the hybrids? They call them koi dogs or something like that. Hi, Melvin.
Hey, Melvin. Good, great to
Or
see
is that
you.
what a koi dog is? I know I've heard about koi dogs, and I know it's part coyote. I'm not sure if that's what they call coyote dog cross, or if that's a coyote wolf cross. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dog and a coyote.
What about the wolf coyote?
I don't know. I'll look that up.
And it'll probably show you pictures of them. They're impressive. They are
And I know I've heard of different areas having a lot of problems with coy dogs. They're a big nuisance. I could see where they could be. I don't know if they have a specific name for a coyote wolf cross or not.
When I was reading about them,
coy wolf.
coy wolf.
Informal term for a hybrid descended from coyotes and eastern and gray wolves.
So for us to have them down here is something.
And I know they will, but a lot of times, if you get a pack of wolves, they'll kill a coyote because that's competition in their territory.
Yeah, smaller dog, smaller canine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do.
Because I know in Yellowstone they were having so much trouble when they got rid of all the wolves in Yellowstone, and I know it's a really hot topic for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
But talking about the wolves because a lot of people hate the wolves and stuff, but they needed the wolves back in Yellowstone, and one of the reasons is because once the wolves were gone, then the coyote became the top predator. And they quickly figured out that they could catch and kill baby antelope. And their antelope population almost totally disappeared.
Tennessee bottle digger.
But coyotes are really adaptable. I saw coyotes like on the streets in LA before. I mean, coyotes can live anywhere.
Of course, this is more of a rural area, but I saw them 15, a whole pack of them. One morning, I had to go over and check the alarm at the Ark. And on the school sidewalk across the street from us, there must have been 15, 17, who knows? And it was just enough light from the moon. There was no street light over there. They just looked like silver little miniature wolves, but they were coyotes.
Yeah, I saw them coming home from work one night here in Laramie. I was like stopped at a stoplight, and this coyote crossed the street on the sidewalk like it knew what it was doing, right in front of me. And I was like, whoa, that's a coyote.
Yep. Well, all right. Rob is going live, or other people are starting to go live, so he will be any second if he's not. So hashtag coy dog, COYDOG.
Oh, that's a good hashtag.
It is. He'll ask what it is probably. And thanks everybody. Thank you mods. Special thanks. Thank you members.
Hi everybody. Have a good night. I'll see everybody at Dan's and at hopefully everybody will come into my stream after Dan is over.
Yeah. Thank you, Pam.
I gotta get a hold of Amber and see if she's able to come on tonight.
Thank you, Pam, very much. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
Thank you.